Welcome back to H-Town Live. All right. So did you guys make a New Year's resolution or goal? I know I did. I always like to. But did you also know that only 9% of people actually keep their New Year's resolutions? Well, guess what? We are going to work together to change that. And good friend of the show, Dr. Brooke Goldner, is back live in studio with ways we can keep our resolutions. Doctor, it's always a pleasure having you.
Thank you. And it's a good day to be here because it's January 14th.
Yes.
Also known as Quitter's Day. Because most folks don't make it past the second week when it comes to their resolutions. But we're going to change that.
Okay.
Because resolutions are important, right? Most people are picking things like better fitness, better mental health, changing their diet, losing weight. These are things that matter.
Right.
And yet, in spite of how important it is, a lot of folks don't make it past even the second week. 1 in 4 quit the first week.
Oh my gosh.
So if you're listening today, then it's really important that you know this. I'm speaking to you.
Yes. And so why is it that people continuously are always quitting their resolutions? Why would we do that?
Well, it's actually neurobiology in play. So sometimes people just think maybe it's not big enough, maybe I'm not enough. But even with people where it's really important, like folks who come to see me, they've got multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and they want to learn how to change their diet to get healthy. And even with goals that big where it's life and death, they struggle to get past the second week. So it's not because it's not important. It's not because you're weak. But neurobiology, there's different parts of your brain that you use for a new habit versus old habits. Like, did you drive here today?
Yes.
Were you thinking the whole time, what's my foot doing? What's the mirrors doing? What's this? Or was it kind of just automatic while you were thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's already a habit. Now, when you first learned to drive, how was it then?
You were thinking about it.
Oh my gosh, I kept hitting my wipers when I was trying to put my
Yes,
blinker on.
you're right.
And I was like, what window? You know, my dad's like, why are you looking in the rear view instead of that? I don't know, you know?
Right.
So the part of your brain that's trying to do something new takes a lot of mental attention, and that can be exhausting when it's every single day. So usually by the end of the second week, you're just mentally fatigued. Like, I just can't do this. It's too hard. But it takes about 28 days to make a habit. So for those of you who are mentally fatigued right now, just be aware that after another couple weeks, it's going to start to become habit and it'll feel more normal. So you have to push through. And there's tips to help you with that. But that's the first thing to realize is the hard, it's temporary.
Okay. That makes you, actually, I never thought of it. So thank you for putting it into perspective because everybody at home, we can be like, okay, that makes me feel a lot better. So what are some tips? We have about 90 seconds. So what are some tips?
Absolutely. There's so much that you can do. So the first thing that's really important is to schedule it. Don't hope that you're going to get to the gym.
Right.
Put it in the schedule. Use the phone alerts. When am I going to schedule my shopping? When am I going to schedule my meals so I don't get too hungry and then eat the snacks in the break room, right? How do I schedule things? If it's scheduled, it's more likely to happen. So make sure you do that. Number 2, accountability and support. You know, a lot of times when people can't heal with my free information, that's like, fine, I need my support group. I need to come to you so you can follow me and watch me, right? So if you're doing it on your own, who's your support group? Because if you don't have accountability, you're going to succumb to your environment. So for a lot of folks, their home environment, people are still unhealthy.
Yeah.
So you need to have that friend maybe who you check in on. Did you drink your smoothie today? Did you go to the gym today? Will you meet me at the gym? So creating support and accountability, big, important thing for people to do to keep their goals. And then finally, celebrating. People are very focused on their failures. And when you feel like a failure every day, you also want to quit. Who wants to feel that way? Right? But if one of the things I teach my patients is, listen, at the end of the day, if something went wrong, you fell and you landed on a cookie, you know.
That's happened to me, actually.
Right? The cookie.
Oh,
right?
oops.
Yeah. So if that happens, at the end of the day, go, well, how can I plan around that? Well, I ate the cookie because I let myself get too hungry. Mm-hmm. So let me make sure I bring my salad to work. Something like that. Make a plan and then finish the day celebrating what went well. Because if you go to sleep feeling successful after celebrating, you're much more likely to be motivated to try again the next day.
Doctor, this is really incredible. Where can we go for more? And I know that you have all of these incredible books, your story. Yes. We want to have you back on the show just to talk about your story. Yeah. Where can we go for more?
GoodbyeLupus.com. I have tons of resources. Actually, my book, Goodbye Autoimmune Disease, is all about the strategies and psychology of changing your lifestyle, right? Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of resources, but a lot of free resources. Right now, I have free classes online at GoodbyeLupus.com on how to eat to get healthy. Every day on social media, I do things like this. I help people stay encouraged and motivated. So if you look for Goodbye Lupus online, social media, websites, I'm everywhere.
Well, Doctor, I have faith. You guys, we are not going to be that statistic. We are in it together. Thank you, Doctor. We are going to keep our New Year's resolution. We just have to get through those 28 days. We can do it together. Thank you for keeping us accountable. And please come back on the show. I always love having you. And stay tuned. We have much more H-Town Live headed your way.